Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Yugioh here, and I'm here to talk to you about my Genex Monarch deck. It's been doing really well at locals recently. I'll start off by what's in the deck. We've got 3 Kai's the Shadow Monarch, 3 Rise of the Storm Monarch, 2 Festalos, the Firestorm Monarch, 1 Jinzo, fantastic card, 3 Genex Undying, however you want to call it, which fetches Genex controllers, got 2 of them, 2 Treeborn Frogs, 2 Cyber Dragon, 3 Battle Fader, fantastic, great for tribute fodder, 1 Light and Darkness Dragon. A lot of people say you may want to use more than 1, but I really find that 1 is enough. 1 Gauze, 1 Tragodia, 1 Plague Spreader Zombie, tribute fodder as well, but also adds the synchro element. Obviously these are level 6, fantastic for level 8s. Right, onto the spells. We've got 3 Soul Exchange. A lot of people don't like this card because it means you skip your battle phase, but what's great about Soul Exchange is that your opponent may use 2 or 3 cards getting a synchro together, and you just go, yep, okay, you've done all that hard work, I'll just tribute your Stardust Dragon so you can't use its effect in any way, and summon my Jinzo, so that trap you was going to use, no. 1 Heavy Storm, obviously a staple, because I don't really run any back row cards here, so it doesn't hurt me at all. 3 Enemy Controller. This card has got to be the most amazing card in this deck. When a lot of people don't actually realise, but when Treeborn comes back into the standby phase, because it's a quick play spell, you can activate this in the same standby phase, tribute Treeborn, take control of their monster, and Treeborn will still come back. So after that, you've got their monster plus Treeborn. So obviously you can get Light and Darkness Dragon out with that. You can summon these 2 cards if you want, but mainly you'll just tribute their monster so they don't obviously get it back for a Monarch and take care of their back row or something like that. Fantastic card. Creature Swap. When you revive your Treeborn in attack position, they know what's coming. And I've quite often taken my opponent's Stardust Dragon or Red Dragon Archfiend, lovely. Attacked over it. It's only got 100 attack. Allure of Darkness, fantastic extra draw power in this deck. This deck doesn't rely on just drawing the darks. You can control when you get a dark. Obviously you summon Genex Undying, you send Treeborn Frog to the graveyard for your tribute fodder, but then you get the dark Genex controller to hand, you know, and then you can choose it from there. MST, obviously a back row staple card to destroy. Scapegoat. If I was going to take out 1 card in this deck, it might have been Scapegoat. I don't know. It's some games it does really well. Mainly, obviously, because Genex controller, I can quite often activate that in the end phase of their opponent's turn, and then just summon my Genex controller and boom, level 7 Black Rose if I need to reset the field. That's often what I do. I hate it, obviously. I take it out against Glad Beasts. Terrible matchup against Glad Beasts. 1 Brain Control. Okay, obviously you need to run that. All these tributes here, why wouldn't you run that? Nobleman of Extermination, another fantastic card. Get rid of 3 of their saber holes. Get rid of, you know, 3 of their dimensional prisms, their bottomlesses, anything. It just removes them all from play. Won't hurt you in the slightest bit, because I don't think they'll be running Treacherous Trap Hole, not many decks do. That's the only trap we've got in this deck, Treacherous Trap Hole. Now a lot of you may be thinking, oh, you're only 1 in what, 40 cards, or what this deck is. But for me it just seems like a magnet to my hand, it just always seems to come in handy. The only thing I might change, or try different, is that trap card, Spiritual Water Art AOI. Basically you tribute 1 water monster, you get to look at their opponent's hand and send 1 card to the graveyard. So obviously that's a trap dust shoot in 1, and it sends their card to the graveyard, and it's any card, it's not just a monster. That's amazing. So on a turn, for instance, I could set up that play, basically special summon Treeborn Frog in the standby phase, but use Soul Exchange that turn, tribute their monster for a riser, send their back row card to the top of the deck, and then place that spiritual art water trap down. Next turn when they draw, you just tribute off your Treeborn Frog. Look at their hand, fantastic. And you can use 3 of them, so if I did that I'd probably, well, I would definitely take out Treacherous Trap Hole, because obviously that can only be used while there's no other traps in the graveyard. Okay, so that's the deck. It's fantastic matchup, obviously loads of tribute fodder. This deck also, obviously with Cyber Dragon, you just got to be, the only thing you've got to be careful of is Jinzo and Cyber Dragon. Don't leave them out on the field, because, you know, there's, where is it, Chimera Tech, Fortress Dragon, you know, they'll get you with that every single time. My synchro lineup looks like this. So I've got 1 Mistworm, 2 Stardust Dragon. Mistworm is quite easy to get out actually, because obviously I've got my Plague Spreader Zombie, a Monarch, and then Treeborn comes out, so it's very fun to play that. Colossal Fighter, don't use him that much, but mainly there against Black Wings and Light Swan. Red Dragon Archfiend, I can find my opponent setting quite a few cards, so obviously it's fantastic for that, and obviously 3000 attack, that's why people still run that. Fault Ruler, when was the last time anybody really played this? Doesn't get played that much, but fantastic in the timeouts. If you go to timeout, obviously gets you that life point gain. I hate losing to timeout though. So Chimera Tech, every deck should run one. Just a fantastic card, just absolute against gadgets. I mean, so many gadget players, I still see them every single time leaving their gadget and a Cyber Dragon on the field. I'm just like, oh, you're asking for trouble. Okay, Exaver Urabellum. Fantastic effect, not very great, well the attack's not very great, but obviously to put a card from the hand on top of the deck just delays them that turn. There's not many decent level 7s out at the moment, so it's worth running that one. Black Rose, everybody needs that one. Goya Guardian, everybody knows that. I love this one, Flamville whatever it's called. Basically, it's because of its piercing attack. It starts off 21 and it just grows and grows and grows. The piercing attack is wonderful in this. Bryanak, every deck should run one. Now I run Hydro Genex just because I can. I'm just testing out. It's like a mini Fault Ruler. I quite often sync the Genex controller with the Genex Undane to summon that, because it's was it 1 Genex controller plus 1 or more non-tuner water monsters. So yeah, that'll be the combination I'll do. It's only got 23 attack, 18 defense, but when it destroys opponent's monster by battle, sends it to the graveyard, you gain life points equal to the attack of the destroyed monster. A little bit of life point gain. And the 2 level 5s everybody should run, Magical Android and Allied Justice Catalyst. Need it in your deck. So yeah, that's the extra. Just go through the side deck at the moment as well. Royal Oppression helps against many decks. Obviously screws up my Treeborn Frog plays a little bit, but I'm not too worried about that, because it'll either get destroyed or I'll be able to destroy it, but it'll probably be more effective than it will be less effective when you're running that. Okay, Nobleman of Crosshat, you need that against Flamcat. Obviously gets their Raikos, even Quick Draw Dandy Warrior plant decks or whatever, that's quite helpful against that. Pulling the Rug and System Down. Well, Pulling the Rug works against Monarchs and Gadgets. Obviously System Down works against Gadgets, so that's why they're in there. Okay, Glad Beast, I hate going against Glad Beast, one of my worst matchups. I run 2 Juju Masters and 3 Swallow Flip over Mirrors of Oaths. Basically, negate the activation of an effect monster's effect that activates when the monster is special summoned, including itself, and destroy it. So obviously that gets the Glad Beasts when they special summon themselves, but it also gets Gladiator Beast Gyzaris, which a lot of which Mirrors of Oaths don't. So it's good for that. Okay, 2 Light Imprisonment Mirrors, fantastic against obviously Light Sworn. Don't really see many of Light Sworn at the moment though. And 1 Starlight Road. Great card. I never seem to see it, but again, it can work. I side it in against Black Wings, really. With their Icarus attack, they've got extra ways to destroy 2 of your cards, so